Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is another little installment of my Fenty beauty series that I'm doing. You guys know from my last tutorial, if you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. But I'm doing a tutorial on every shade in the Fenty Beauty Mattemoiselle lipstick collection, which I'm very excited about. A huge thank you to the subscriber who actually suggested this. You are an absolute angel. I just think it's the coolest idea ever to just like get out of my comfort zone and do some new colors. So I do have some crazier colors coming up soon because I know I did use Candy Venom last time, which is a pink shade, and then I've done like red this time. So I know the two are very similar shades, but it just kind of happened that way because of Valentine's Day coming up. We use the shade Madame. It's so stunning, guys. Like, ugh. If you haven't tried these already, mine is like filthy. I keep using it. Just head into Sephora and swatch them because they are so pigmented, so stunning. They're really creamy on the lips, but they're still matte. They're just like, I really love these lipsticks. So 100% definitely recommend checking them out if you haven't already. But that's also why I thought it'd be really cool to do like this sort of video series, because I just 100% stand behind those lipsticks. I love them so much. Plus I just love the brand and I just love everything that it kind of stands for and that sort of thing. For today's video, I just kind of wanted to do a traditional Valentine's Day tutorial, meaning like the red, but then I wanted to put my own twist on it and make it really like cool and grungy and just really interesting. I was inspired by Brookel, of course. I feel like I'm always inspired by her. This is the look that I was like super inspired by. So I just love the way that she does her makeup and I just absolutely love her. If you guys haven't checked her out already, I'll leave her link down below so you can go and have a look at her Instagram because it's phenomenal. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this look. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my Instagram if you want to see photos of these looks. I'll be posting this look exactly as it is now, and I'll also be switching out the lip for a nude lip and showing you guys what that looks like as well. But yeah, that's that, and I will see you guys in my next video. I'm gonna go in with this Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette, because it has a nice little lid shade in here, and I'm just going to take my Sigma E70 brush. The one that I just used to do my lids was the E75. Set the entire lid from the brow to the lash line, just so nothing moves around, we don't get any creasing, and just so we've got like a really nice prepped base for our eyeshadows. I'm using 3 palettes today. We're using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, the little Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette, and then the Huda Beauty why can't I say this right now? Electric, I said it right the first time. I just feel like I haven't said that word in a really long time, so my brain's just like, blah, blah, blah. I want to use this one because it's got a really sick red shade. I am so sorry if you can hear the garbage truck outside. Is that I'm going to take this shade here from the palette on the Firm Blender E44 brush, just dipping right into that red. Whoa, this red's coming off really pink. So I don't know why this shade is coming out so pink, but I hate it. So I'm not using this palette anymore. I'm going to quickly even up my eyes and just do the same on the other eye, and then I'm just going to jump into my other palette because I don't know why this is so pink. It literally looks like I've dipped into here, and I swear to God I haven't. Like, I will show you guys. I'm dipping straight into this one, tapping it off, and then going right in on my eyes. Like, look. Why is it pink? I'm so angry. What the fuck? Okay, so I've started taking the shade Saffron from the Desert Dusk palette, which is just like the really deep red shade. It does have a little bit of a pink tinge to it, and I'm just building up this color in the crease. So I'm kind of just patting it on and then lightly using back and forth motions as well as little tiny circle motions just to blend this out. I'm going to pack it in the outer corner of the eye as well. And we are going to start bringing it in to the inner corner just ever so slightly. So I want to get a little bit more red into this because I feel like it's looking very purple at the moment and very pink. So I've got this tiny little eyeshadow. When I went to IMATS last year, I bought a whole bunch of Inglot stuff, and they gave me like as just like a little sample gift kind of thing, just this tiny little eyeshadow. This is the shade 296. This palette smells like cow manure. That's literally what it smells like. If any of you guys have experience being on a farm before, it smells like a farm. I've been around a lot of cow shit in my life. When I was little, I actually used to This is like disgusting. But I used to put gumboots on and jump in cow patties. That's the type of kid I was. I feel like, is that making it more red? I don't know. You guys, I'm so stupid. I forgot that I own the Morphe 3502 palette. How could I forget? I'm gonna take the shade Fire. I wish that I'd started using this palette like beforehand. Like you could use this palette for the entire look. It would just be a lot more warm toned because I really like this shade. Like I wish I started out with this one and then blended out with this one. So, you know, just kill me now. But I forgot that I had it. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with that Fire shade now. So I'm just taking that on the same brush that I've been using this whole time because I think it's working pretty well. And I'm just going over top. I just want to get like a little bit more red in this look. I feel so bad because I've used like 10 different palettes. I feel like this is like more authentic, you know what I mean? Like you guys are seeing like my real life right now. This is what happens. Makeup doesn't always go to plan, but you can make it work. Hopefully this video is helpful to you guys if you ever like fuck up a look. Then I'm taking that same brush that we used when we first did our eyes, and I'm going to dip back into this shade right here, and I'm going to start placing this underneath the brow bone and just kind of dragging downwards. And this is going to help fix up my fuck up with taking my eyeshadow up too high. So while I was off camera, all I did was just continue blending that crease area. So I just kept going back in with like that white shade that we used. Now we're going to go back in with the Mauve Obsessions palette and take this deep shade right here, just on my Sigma E32. And I'm going to place this, I'm going to drag it down kind of. So I don't want this to come up too high, and onto the inner corner. So you guys can kind of see where I'm placing it, just on this inner corner area. This palette really smells like manure, like actual cow shit. Like Huda, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm just packing it on with that brush, and then I'm going to switch to my E36 and just ever so lightly blend that. So basically I'm putting this exactly where the cut crease is going to go because I want the inner corner to be a little bit darker. There is like insanely loud construction outside at the moment. There's like literally a car parked right outside my window, so I am very sorry if it's picking up in this video. You guys are gonna hate me. You guys are seriously gonna hate me. I'm going in with another color. It's just black, so you guys can use any black that you want. I just feel like I need a little bit of black just on the inner corner, just doing the exact same thing. And then I'm going back in with that E36 brush again and just super lightly blending this because we don't want it to be super blended. So that's basically it for all the eyeshadow. This is why I did my eyes first, because like I've just taken some of the Shape Tape concealer from Tarte and put it on the back of my hand. I'm going in with the F75 brush and I'm going to start carving out my cut crease. With this, you want to make sure that you have a really good amount of concealer on. You don't want it too much, but you do want it to be quite wet on the brush, because the more that you have, the easier it's going to be to move the concealer around over top of all this eyeshadow. So if you're ever unsure of where you should drag your cut crease up to, just look straight ahead or slightly up, and wherever the concealer stops, that's where you want to take your cut crease to. It'll just help you guys, especially if you have hooded eyelids. I've had so many of you thanking me for this little tip. I've been doing it for so long now. So while I was off camera, I just quickly set my lids just because they were creasing a little bit and I just had to set them as quick as possible. That one's already creased. But I just used the light brow bone shade from the little Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. And then I'm dipping into this shade right here from the 3502 palette. And what I'm doing is just taking it on that F75 concealer brush that I used to cut my crease. And I'm just placing this straight over top of the concealer and where we just set it down. I did try and go in with just this shade first, but the concealer was kind of soaking it up onto the brush and it was going a little bit yucky. It's just going back in with this shade from the Desert Dusk palette that we started with. Just taking that on my E32 brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to start lightly blending the outer corner of the cut crease. And then I'm just taking my little pencil brush from Sigma, it's the E30, and and just going over top of this a little bit. Just to get a little bit more red in there. Oh, I didn't tell you guys, I'm taking this shade. My brain's not working. I'm just dipping back into that black from the Morphe palette, and I'm taking my E65 from Sigma. It's just a little, oh, I just touched my fucking lid. Jesus. I'm going to take this along my lash line and just like deepen it up a little bit. Just so I've got like a little bit of drama going on, but I'm not taking away from this look because I really don't want to cover it up. And with this part where I got concealer on my lashes, I'm just taking a bit of the black eyeshadow and just placing it on top because I can't really clean them properly at the moment without kind of messing up my eyeshadow. So it's kind of like my little cheat. So that's pretty much the eyes finished until we come back to the lower lash line. So I'm going to move on to my face now. I'm taking my little face halo, if you guys, oh, I love it, you guys, like look at this. It just, all you do is wet it and it just removes your makeup for you. I hardly ever use like any makeup removers anymore because I just use these. They last so long and you get like a pack of like 3 of them, but literally they're so good. It's like a little microfiber type of cloth. All you do is wet it. I like to use them for like cases like this when I'm like in between filming and my face gets a little bit oily and I just need to give it like a quick clean before I go in with like my foundation and stuff like that. And I use these to remove my makeup every day. So I just want to give them a quick little shout out because I think they're amazing. I never buy makeup wipes anymore. I'm gonna go in with primer now using my Too Faced Hangover Primer as I almost always do. I just really like this primer and I feel like I need a bit of hydration in my skin. So I've just taken 1 pump. Actually no, I took 2 pumps. What am I saying? 2 pumps. And I'm going to also watching my fingers. I'm gonna massage this into my face. I really like this because it's super hydrating and it's exactly what my skin needs. I have combo skin, but it's very dehydrated. And then I'm gonna try this foundation out. I bought this when I was in America. It's the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. Is my mic on? I think it is. God, I hope it is. I got mine in the shade Macadamia 2W1, so I'm hoping that it matches me. And then to blend this out, I'm just using my Morphe sponge. I just went and washed it and gave it a little bit of... Wow, this foundation dries really quickly. Holy shit. I can like literally see where it's like drying on my skin. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I was only gone for like 2 seconds. And this has already like started to dry so weirdly on my face. I have a feeling that I grabbed the wrong shade when I got this because this does not match my arms. It looks pretty flawless so far though. I'm gonna do my concealer now. I'm going to use NARS Natural Radiant Concealer in the shade Light 2 Vanilla. So I'm just applying this right where my dark circles are and we're just going to leave this to sit for a little bit and then I'm going to jump straight in with contour. So I'm using my Clinique Chubby Stick. This is the Chubby, what is this, Curvy Contour I think it's called, but I'm obsessed with this right now. I really, really love it. Plus it's really nice and dark, so it's going to contour but it's also going to add a lot more depth and warmth to my face. It's going to darken it up a little bit and hopefully I'll match the rest of my body a little bit better. This is just like, oh, it's so creamy. So bloody creamy. I'm gonna put it on my chin and my jaw. Just so I can kind of like chisel the fuck out of my face. I'm gonna be so damn chiseled. And then a brush that I've really been liking to blend out my, I mean, look like a little bunny or like a little chipmunk or something in the viewfinder. Anyway, a brush that I really like using at the moment to blend out my contour is the Soft Angled Contour F23 from Sigma. I really, really like this. It just fits so perfectly into like the contours of your face and it's so like nice and dense but still really fluffy at the same time. So it's like really great for either powders or cream products. Like you can kind of go either way. And you guys know I do have a Sigma discount code. So if you want to get any Sigma goodies, I'll leave my discount code on the screen and in the description box for you guys, as well as like links to all the brushes that I use. I'm just going to take a little bit more of that contour on my brush. I'll just pat it onto my face. But yeah, my discount code is just for 10% off and the code is just Kaseyrayton. I find it really hard to blend my jaw because I can't really like see it. Look at that. Blends like a dream. So this has definitely warmed up my face a little bit more. So I'm just blending out with this Morphe sponge. Making sure I have like a really nice sharp line underneath my, I'm so sorry about the noise, underneath my wing in the outer corner. Whatever's left over, I'm just dragging it down the side of my nose. Wow, what are they doing? So I'm now going to go in and set underneath my eyes. I'm going to kind of bake, but not really. So I'm just going to take the sponge, dip it into my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I really love this. It's like super finely milled and it just gives you like the most beautiful finish. Like it doesn't give any flashback. I haven't found that anyway. So I'm just taking this under my eyes and down the side of my nose. I don't usually bake, so I don't really know why I'm doing this right now. Just kind of fucking felt like it. And then all I'm gonna do is just take this fluffy brush and dust away the bake under my eyes. So like I'm pretty much just getting rid of it straight away. I don't want to leave it sitting there for too long. And then with whatever's left over on this brush, I'm just gonna like pat it around my face. And that's basically all I'm gonna do for setting my face today, because I don't want to go too crazy. And this is just the F25 brush from Sigma. And then I'm gonna go in and do my highlight. I should have done this before I set my face, but I just forgot. This is the Beauty Light Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. I am obsessed with this. You guys have probably seen it in so many of my videos by now, mostly on Instagram. I think that's where I've been using it the mostest, but I love it. So freaking stunning. So I'm just taking it like this, and then I'm gonna take the opposite end of my beauty blender and then just start blending out that product. You do have to work quite quick with this, especially once you've got powders on your face, because it does start to dry down really quickly. Even when I haven't like powdered my face just yet, it like still kind of sticks, so you just gotta be quick about it. And then just to add a little bit more warmth to my skin, and you guys know I just love bronzer, I'm gonna use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Nude Bronze Light Bronzer. I freaking love this. And I'm using my F10 brush from Sigma. And I'm just gonna kind of pat this over top of like that highlight and contour. I'm basically just using, whoa, testy top. I'm basically just using this to add just a little bit more color to my skin and just like warm it up. So this is kind of just like a more of like a all over sort of color rather than like a concentrated contour. And then I'm gonna go in with blush. I'm just gonna use that exact same brush I was just using. I'm gonna use my Milani Luminoso. I love it. You guys are gonna see this in like every single video because I'm not a blush person. And when I find a blush that I really like, I will use that into the ground. The only blush that I've ever hit pan on is Milani Luminoso. I literally just gave my other one away to my sister because she wanted to try it. And there was like nothing left of it. I'm using the Too Faced Mattifying Setting Spray and I'm so excited. It smells like peaches. It's from their, there's so many noises happening right now. It's actually like stressing me out. It's from their Sweet Peach collection. Is that what it's called? Peach? I don't fucking know, but I'm using it. It's not fun to spray. Ooh, it smells good. Very strong smelling. It's pretty, but it's like, it's a bit much. So we're now jumping back into the lower lash line, and I'm gonna go in with that same fire shade that we used on the lid from the Morphe 35O palette. And I'm just taking this on my Sigma E30 pencil brush. And then I'm just going in with a clean brush. This is the E45 from Sigma. And I'm just blending right on that edge. So dragging out to the outer corner as well and just like kind of smudging it so we don't have any harsh lines. And then I'm gonna dip back into Saffron from the Desert Dusk palette. And I'm going to apply this more towards the outer corner. Actually, I'm going to bring it in a little bit just to add a little bit of depth. Kind of just add depth all along the lower lash line. And that way it's not too like neon red, because that fire shade is like very neon. I am going to kind of blend like this inner corner area as well, just to smoke it out a bit more. I can't remember what this is called, but it's like the shade they've been using this whole time. It looks absolutely weathered right now. And I'm just gonna place this lightly on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna jump in with my E36 brush and blend this. I look like an actual injured raccoon, and call this video Injured Raccoon Tutorial. And then for the inner corner, I'm just cleaning off one of the brushes I used earlier. This is the E21. And I'm going to jump in with the shade, what is this one called? This is the shade Pure that we used on the lids. And I'm going to pop this right on the inner corner of the eye. Okay, so now that we finished the eyes, we're going to move on to lips. Going in with the shade from Kat Von D, this is one of her lip liners in the shade Rosary. Going to line our lips. It broke. And then I'm jumping in with the shade Madame, however you want to say it, from Fenty Beauty. I so badly want to use the Stunner lip paint because it's my favorite thing in the whole world. But this shade is also just equally as stunning. And you guys know that this is, my lips are really dry right now. These are not dry, they're actually really creamy. My lips are just effed. Effed in the a-hole. But yeah, this is my little Fenty series. Hurrah, hurrah. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I'm actually really happy with how it came out. I do wish it was a lot more red on the eyes, because like after I put this lip on, I was like, holy crap, these eyes ain't red. These eyes are like basically pink. Like they looked red before and now they look punk. I would personally prefer to wear this with a nude lip, so I'm going to take photos with a nude lip and with the red lip, and I'll post them both on Instagram, so make sure you go and check it out. It's just Kaseyrayton, the same as my YouTube, and all my photos and stuff will be up on there. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. There's a garbage truck outside. Ah! Drop my brush. I'm gonna have an Easter egg break. I'm hungry. I want my Easter eggs here. I'm so hungry. I got this when I was in, oh my god! The Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. I could punch myself right now. Right in my damn face. Bitch, yes, bitch, yes, bitch. Get it on my dick, bitch. And then I'm going in, oh my god. Oh my god, this makeup looks so good. I'm just going to put that out there. Oh hell yeah, I'm finished. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bitch. Hell yeah.